the last few days I've been working on a small personal website, and I created this with my own static site generator, which if you've seen the video on it, you know kind of how it works, and I just wanna, I don't know, quickly show it in this video. So that's the site, well, that's the start page, so the first page you get to, and that's all there really is on it. If you scroll down a bit, you see like a small footer with like a link to a contact page, which is this one here, so pretty straightforward. And then you see this backlink and can go back, and generally I have like two main categories, or well, the only two categories additionally to the contacts page, and that's articles and videos. I mean, videos is pretty straightforward. I just list all the videos I've uploaded to YouTube with like a YouTube link and maybe an optional link to like some resource I show in the video. I also have thought of doing like some notes, adding some notes or something maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll add that, maybe not. And with the thumbnails, and yeah, so pretty straightforward. And on the articles page, I wanted to have something where I could upload like longer texts, or well, general just text. Yeah, because I actually like to write stuff, and yeah, so this is a place for that. So, and I've written like one text at this point, at least for this page right here, and that's on rather free software as a cope. I mean, you can read that, and I'll make a video on that, maybe today or tomorrow, because I think like writing about something and like talking about it is like, these are like two very different experiences. Well, like experiences. That sounds like kind of I don't know. But like it's just a different medium. But yeah, okay. So and I thought like on another website of mine I had like, or on like an older website of mine rather, I had the back button, so back to articles up here, but then like after some time I realized, well, that's kind of, well, not stupid, but I don't know, it's not really that intuitive, because if you go to a article, normally you don't want to go back instantly, but rather you'll read through the whole thing, well, ideally, and then at the bottom you don't want to scroll back up to go back, but rather you want to have the back button right there. So that's where it is. And on the context page, that doesn't really, yeah, I don't know, it's just the same there as well, because that's how I programmed it, but you know, and yeah, then you have these little hover animations I've added, and I don't know, this background, I just wanted to have like some like visual noise in the background, so I created this read and watch thing. Well, maybe I'll change that to like articles and videos in the background, but I don't know, I just found that kind of funny. And yeah, that's it. That's the whole site. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, and I want to also show you like a little bit of how it's set up. So let me switch to this terminal, and I'm on my web server here, and I'm in the directory. And I mean, the setup here is pretty simple. So the only files that are needed really are like contents, this comps.scm file, and static, and that's it. This watch thing is just like something I don't know why this is in here even. Well, yeah, I know because I pushed it, but maybe it shouldn't be in here. But whatever, this is just for like automatically hot reloading while development. So this just, it watches the input files and creates the output files on change. So static is like your normal like static things like favicon stuff, and like font, and like static files like these SVGs or the thumbnails to the videos and whatnot. And contents is the actual contents of the page, and I'll get into that in a second. And comps is like components. Yeah, I don't know how much I can explain it without going like too far. Well, but in the end, everything goes into this out directory here. So this out directory is what's actually being served. So there's your index.html and contact.html and like the articles directory and the videos directory and the static directory. I have system linked here. Symlinked, yeah. Yeah. So the out directory is what's actually being served. And now if I look at the contents thing, so these are like this NSG thing is just some extension I came up with. Like the NSG is the name I gave my static site generator. And if I look at them, it's pretty straightforward actually. So like I have this header thing right here. And every NSG file has this with like some, with like kind of whatever like environmental variables I want to set. The only hard-coded thing is this include, which is why where it has these stars, and this includes this comps.scm file. And then I have like a back. Well, I don't know why I used the German word for this, but this is like the back button definitions. And then I have like some. I don't know why I didn't remove this. This can go. So some components. Well, this is not really a component, but I think I put like all the text, like the default for like paragraph text is like to have it justified. So to have like if you go to articles, to have like this nice even sides on both sides, so left and right. So that's justified. And on this one right here, I don't want to have that because that would lead to like awkward spaces in between the words, which you can see. I mean, it does that on text like this as well, but here it's not really that noticeable because you have like big text blocks. That's why I inserted like raw XML in here by hand, kinda. I don't know. Well, whatever. But this is an actual like component. So this link boxes is something I have defined in this comps.scm file, and I call it with like these arguments. So we want to have like these two boxes. So the first one should have like should be named articles and should link to the articles like subpage. Like it should link there, and it should have like this SVG as background, and the second one for videos like the same. And if we go, whatever. If we now open comps.scm, you'll see this right here. So that's the link boxes thing, and it's a function. So I defined it as a lambda, and this is the argument that's specified in the index.sng file. And we have this div, and it's a grid, and then we map this link box procedure over the argument. And link box is defined here, and I mean it's just scheme code in the end. So this is pretty straightforward. I mean, if you know how to read it, of course. If you don't know anything about this, it's not straightforward. And these are just like utility CSS classes right here. And I mean, I could go into that more, but I don't know if it's that's relevant in this video, or that interesting. But yeah, it's all pretty straightforward. I define all these these components. I mean, this component I don't even use. And again, I have like German German class names. So yeah, it's just all like components defined here, and like this one big layout function or procedure I have defined, which actually defines like the HTML tag, the head, the title, and so on and so forth, and down here like the more CSS stuff, and somewhere down there like the body and how that is set up and blah blah. Yeah. So and this is some JavaScript for development again. Which I didn't remove, or which is removed in like the final compiled document, but which is still in here. And this just hot reloads the website on change. And maybe I'll make a video on that because that's like super useful, I found. Alright, so that's the website pretty much. I mean, you've seen everything there's to see. Yeah, so if you care to visit it, the domain is nick-olas.me, and yeah, that's it. I hope this gave you some maybe insight into how a site like this is built, or how I build it, at least. Well, at least like some superficial insight. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So pretty straightforward. And yeah, have a nice day.